Hello everyone, I'm Kathy, your tour guide for today online tour. And here we already see a very local opera. It's a kind of opera. And this is Yongxingfang, just like the thing we say over there, Yongxingfang. It's quite famous food market here, but also for some of the intangible cultural heritage area. So like this kind of thing is also kind of the cultural heritage. And it's from the Huaxian, it's near the very huge mountain named the Huashan Mountain. And the people living there, they love to use very strong emotions to singing and to show their feeling. Like the people just sing about how they like sunrise and sunset, and the whole world were included by the ladies and the men, and they got married and they got the later generation, and that's our whole life. So that's the singing. So he said, thank you and welcome to the Yongxingfang area. So it's a beginning show for our online tour of today. And in Yongxingfang, there's a huge wooden arch. That's the gate of the Yongxingfang. And in front of the Yongxingfang, there are two huge lions. Stone lions in China always means very power, and they keep the safety of this area. So Yongxingfang actually is a modern area, modern buildings. But these modern buildings use all the traditional Chinese constructions of Ming and the Qing dynasty. I remember I told you before about what is different about the dynasty's construction. So like this one, there are lots of painting. You can find lots of painting, and the painting also has meaning, and the color also more than just a white color, just a white color. So that's a very beautiful constructions of Ming and the Qing dynasty. We use these constructions to tell about the history and some stories of this area. And also, actually, that's a first road. We call it the welcoming road for the people to come to here, and they will know what kind of things they can find here. Actually, these are all the characters about the city's name and the good food of that city. Very famous for food. All the like shows exhibitions of that area. So we call this is a road of 58 different intangible cultural heritage road. It's like the work of fame. You can think it's a work of fame. So most of the things we see here, later we can really see the real food in this area, in Xingfang market. But before we get inside, I will tell you the ideas about the Chinese line. And in China, everywhere, if you go some market, the shopping malls, and even some like the bank and in financial place, they always have the line in front of the tomb of the emperor and palace of the emperor also. So the lines actually also has ideas about male and female. If you see the line under the feet with a huge ball, it means that's a male, 男的, 男的 is a male, and the ball means a global. So they keep the power of the whole world. But for a lady, they always keep the baby lion under the feet, or sometimes the sheep, the food. So the ladies, they always take care of the children, and also the cooking. So that's why under their feet always a baby lion or the food. So that's a female. 女的 母狮子 we call it 女的. So that means this area was very powerful. If you read the history of this area in Xingfang, actually it began from the Tang Dynasty about 1400 years ago. There's a story about this area I will show you here. It was cited in the Tang Dynasty about 1400 years ago. The first emperor, he has very famous prime minister named Wei Zheng, and Wei Zheng was living in this area. So you can got idea, if prime minister living quite near here, so here must be very close to the government area or the palace. Yes, later I will show you a map of the is a model of the map of the Tang Dynasty. And you can really got idea where is Yongxingfang. Yongxingfang, this name actually also comes from the Tang Dynasty. So that's the name here again. Yong means forever. Xin, you can Xin, Xin Xing. So you can think it's happy, or you can think it's flourishing, and something very very good, and will be better and better. Fang, Fang. If you can write the Chinese characters, so the left side, left part is earth, is clay, and the right side is it's a square or rectangular. So the place square with earth, it's area that the people live in. So that's why it was named Yongxingfang. And also because the prime minister was living here, so they have this one, we call it Na Jiantai, gave the suggestion to the emperor's platform. So that's prime minister Wei Zheng, and he wrote the things on this the piece of bamboos, and then they write down everything and give it to the emperor and tell the emperor what they want. And this year is ox year. So here there is a huge ox. And on the body of the ox also has lots of Chinese characters, like the longevity, like the happy, like the money. So that's all the happy meanings. Like the longevity, this one, happiness, fu. So show, longevity show, and the fu happiness. Cai means money. So also lu means salary. So you can get all the good wish of the people of the new year from here. And also there are some of the local dialect characters like this one. This one, even some of the Chinese people, they cannot read. And the meaning of this one is head, but the pronunciation is quite different from tou. When you read the Chinese, when you learn the Chinese Mandarin, maybe you got an idea. The head is tou, but actually this one was named sa. Sa is very dialect. Is our dialect. Here also there is a we call it a prayer wall. It's for the people to welcome the new year of the ox year, and they can write down all of their wish here and hang it here. In the night, they all have lights, very beautiful. So you can find the people write down a good study, daily up. So that's a Chinese. It means study better and study good. You will get better and better, up and up every day. So that's ideas. And also this person hoped that I will have very good lucky on my work of this year. And his name is Jiang Binbin. So this all the Chinese people, they hope that what kind of the life and what kind of the new year. So that's all the different wishes. They hope that they can hang it here and the people can read it. When the people read it, they believe that some of the immortals, the goddess can heard about it and help them to get the dream to be true. Okay, after here, we will keep going and take a look at some of the food stores. You can find the ladies in front of us dressing the traditional dressing. That's very popular here in Xi'an. If you go some of the place like here, like the night market, you will always find the same thing. They are dressing the traditional. And here you can find the people play the music instruments. This kind of instruments I told you before, it named the xun. It's the earliest music instruments in China with 6,000 years old. So that's a different kind of the xun. And also this kind of big one, always for the decoration in the home. Small one, you can really use it. And the music here is a xun. Do you like it? Okay, now after the wooden gate, just behind of the wooden gate, that's a place where we just come in from the lines and you saw the shows over there. And just after that, behind of that, there is a huge model of the mirrors. And the mirrors also has stories about the prime minister. It was said that the first emperor of the Tang dynasty, he was a very good emperor. And he always told the others that if you use a bronze mirror like this one, the bronze to be the mirror, you can get an idea about did you get the good dressing or did you have the clean face. And then if you use the other people to your mirror, you will know the gain and the loss, and you will know how to be a good person. But if you use history to be your mirror, you will get idea about how to be a good emperor, and you will know the changing of the reason of the changing of the dynasty. So when the prime minister died, the emperor told the other officers that now I lose one of my person mirror. So because here we're lived by this person mirror, and then we made a mirror here and named that self-examination. That's the reason why we have mirror here. And still there are lots of the metal bricks to tell us about Sanyuan, the famous food is Liao Hua Tang, is a kind of sugar. And here, Wu Bao, the most famous food is Gua Mian, is a kind of the wheat flour noodle. And here is very close to our city, Xi'an, is Qinzhen. They have the mi pi. Mi pi is a kind of the good noodles. And later we will see one by one. So first, you can already see one of the small stores to sell the food. We call the fried liangfen. Fried liangfen was made by the wheat flour. But when you see that, you cannot image that's a wheat flour. It's like the tofu. So you can imagine it's like the wheat flour tofu and this pork. And here they have the Chinese hamburger with the pork. That's the pork we saw before, and with the pepper. You can find the green peppers. And then they got this one. But it's different from your hamburger. It's a kind of hamburger with a pancake. And then they have the pepper, green pepper, and the pork meat. The meat is here. We saw before. It's a pork meat. So that's they sell here, and they use a traditional way to sell everything. They have small stores, but also they have some of the big restaurants like this one. This one is a big restaurant, Yongxingfang. And actually in Shanxi, our province was separated by geography with three different parts: the north part, the middle part, and the south part. So different part, the food style is different. So here, this restaurant is the middle part in the center. So Xi'an is in the center of the Shanxi province. So this restaurant mostly is to sell the food of the Xi'an city and some food around the Xi'an city, not too far. And later, you also will see some restaurants like the south of the Shanxi province and the north of Shanxi province. We call it Shanpei and Shannan. So this is one. You can find this jiu. So that's the one. And also there are three characters, not only one. It's shuai wan jiu. Shuai wan jiu. If I translate by Chinese, is throw your ball, break your ball, and with the wine. And later I will show you why. So you can find this Shannan State is the source of the Shanxi province road. And we can take a quick look over here. And later, 5 o'clock, I will take you to have a look of a show. There is a shadow puppet show, shadow opera show. So it's quite famous show in Xi'an. So later I will go over there, go to the theater, and we can take a look of that kind of show. Even you can take a look how the people make the shadow opera. But before that, I'm very happy that I can give you the video about the people, how they break the ball. Did you see that? Maybe not. It's okay. We can wait a moment and later must be some other people so will do the same thing. So the people, they can buy the wine here. And this one, by the way, is a kind of sour wine. And also they give the person about no alcohol drinking. Not only the wine, because there are some young people, they cannot drink the wine. So they have water. They also have some of the strawberry juice and some other fruit juice that even the young people, they can drink the juice and make the ceremony. Because this kind of ceremony, the people really think it's pretty lucky. And here you can find there were lots of the balls. They all broke. And actually, they were all broke by the peoples who come here. And actually, this Shuai Wan Jiu, breaking ball one, comes from a story. It was that two big family, they will once have some of conflicts by with each other. So they always fight with each other. And finally, the leaders of the two big families said, if we always fight with each other, it will not really good for our area, our living area. So how about we just sit down and make friendly with each other? And finally, okay, they created a ceremony. They drink wine together and they break the wall and decide, after I throw this ball and break it, it means there is no trouble between us and we will be friends. So that's finally it's turned to be a ceremony that the people believed. If you drink the wine and then break the ball, it will take you the good luck. In Chinese, we call it 岁岁平安. 岁 means break. 岁岁平安 means peaceful and happy. So that's the why they have this ceremony, and lots of people when they come here, They love to do that because they believe they can take the good luck back. And here it's also the prayer walls, and you can find it's quite beautiful place to take a picture. And Chinese people love the red color because the red color is a fire color, and the fire is warm. So they believe that the fire color, the red color, can take the person good luck. And also some of the card, they have the bells at the bottom. So when they have the sounds, the heaven can heard about it. So this hope that 2021 that we can get married, and we hope that we can happy and peaceful forever. And you got money, I got office job, so we love each other. So it's really good wish. Bless them. Okay, so now it's almost the time for the show. I will go walking, and on the way, I will give you more information about the construction here, about the food here. And here is a very traditional construction about the 照壁. 照壁 is a kind of the wall behind of the first gate and in front of the second gate. So in ancient China, they said it's unlucky if you stand here directly can see the other gate of the person's family. So the people created a 照壁, is like the walls in behind of the first gate. So in Xi'an, when we see some people just in front of you and stop your sign to say something, you can tell them you just like a 照壁 because you just stand in front of me that I cannot see anything in front. So that's why this sentence comes. And the 照壁 actually also can take the people with good luck. And here you can find the people eating. They are eating the very beautiful noodles with different colors. We call the hot noodles. And these hot noodles with a different kind of the color. You can find this one is green color, and this one is purple color, just like the people eating. And actually, it's a flour of the wheat flour, but they mix with some of the vegetable juice inside and mix the color. Like this one is a green vegetable, and the purple one with we call it a purple sweet potato. They use this color to make the noodles more beautiful and more healthy. So you can find the people, they love to eat it. Even the boy eats the very beautiful purple noodle. That's very cute. And this walnut pancake is all the walnut on it, and mixed with walnut and fried and steamed, and they sell, and you can package back. And there are some of stones here. These all the different kind of color stones. In China, we believe that the 5 different direction with 5 different color, 5 different lucky animals. So this one is a blue one, white one, yellow one, red one, and a black one. So that's a 5 lucky color. And the Chinese believe that even your body will consisted by the 5 different colors. So if you have some of the disease of different part of your body, you can eat the different, not directly eat the stone. Take a look of the people, how the people make. They have very hot soup, and they have the stones. Put the stones inside, you can got the food. Okay. I will show you the soup. There is difficult to see. So even the soup has different materials like the tofu, white color, gochi with red color, green vegetables, and the black ear with the black color. So even that with very beautiful black different colors, and they put the waters above, and then the hot stones. Right, take a look. 谢谢. So the stone inside, so it got the very boiled waters, and by this way, that is this energy, they cook the food.
有国家专利的美食，中国就这一家。
They said only one store in food China, so that's a intangible cultural heritage. 谢谢，不好意思。Okay, so now I will take you to see the show. It's almost time. So you can find this cooking is very special, and you can come here and choose your favorite color stone and let them help you to make a soup. Actually, it's not only a soup with vegetables. We sometimes call it the stand pot, because the utensil, the cooking utensil made by sand. So this all the barbecue. And this one is beef noodles, beef rice noodle. This all the sauce, not the utensil, it's the sauce. Okay, so here they also sell we call it longxu su. It's a kind of the candy, but looks like the dragon's mustard. Okay, here all the people here, that's quite very famous tortoise. It's the best tortoise to sell here. So that's why the people, they love to come here and eat it. Okay, we're going to see the show. Okay. I already bought the tickets before I come in. So now I will go downstairs. By the way, on the wall, it's also a small museum. They collect all the wooden sculptures from the traditional family, and some of the utensils like the wheel of the chariots here. And on the walls, there are some of the old pictures, like this one, this bell tower. Do you still remember? I told you about the bell tower, tells the time, and also how the people walking. And that's our, this is small wild goose pagoda. And the people making the noodles. So that's all the traditional pictures, and even this one must in before 1911, because the dressing is very traditional, like the Qing dynasty. And yeah, the people here, they sell we call the wheat flour statues, can be eaten and they can decoration the home. So this is some of the modern pictures about the people's making the food outside, like this one. The people just eating outside and just sell the food is like the stores. But now, like this kind of the stores, they all give the small constructions for them. The small millstone here, that's a millstone. So here is a small, it's very small theater. They will later show you about the shadow opera of the So here there are some of the real utensils. But before, I will give you introduction to puppet that is much bigger. It's just the model to tell you how it works. The shadow puppet is one of the intangible heritage culture in China. It's very famous in whole part of our province. And I mean the spurs of the animals to make the puppet, and then they give the painting of them. Then behind, so that's also there are some of the food, not real food, of course, but they can tell you about this Pyongyang noodle, and the Pyongyang mian is a very popular food in Shanxi. And in whole China now it's very famous because it's two characters. Later outside, I will show you the big one and tell you how to read it. And also this one we saw before. I remember the Chinese hamburger. They use this pork meat. And there are some other food here. I will show you before the show. We still have some time to see more food. And here you can find this is also quite famous food, like we saw before from the outside on the metal bricks. They talked about what kind of city, what kind of food. And this kind of food will all collected in here. That's a food box. The ancient time, we carry the food by that kind of wooden box. And this small one, can you imagine what's that? Actually, it's a potato. Small round potato. Sorry, the show will begin. I will go. Okay, let's go take a look at the show. So this is a small theater. It will be very noisy, and I don't think we have enough time to see all of that. So I will stay here for at least the first part. There were two part of shows. The first one is a story about the filial piety. Filial piety. You know, the filial piety in Chinese is 孝顺. So 孝顺 filial piety means the parents should take care of the children, and as the children when they grown up, they should take care of their parents and be the brothers and sisters and friends. They should be friendly with each other. So that's very important Chinese culture and the Chinese ruler. So this is a story about one of the daughter-in-law, how to take care of her mother-in-law. So in China, I'm not sure about how about in the other cities or the other countries, but in China, the relationship of the daughter-in-law and mother-in-law always a very big problem. So there are lots of stories, and the opera want to tell the people you should do good for each other, not only the mother-in-law should take care and friendly with the daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law, when your mother-in-law older, you should take care of them. So this is a story about one of them. Oh yes, 大虎救母. He already read it, yeah. So they talked about.
大家来到先有新方观看国家级非物质文化遗产画线片戏。本场演出的是一出武打戏，叫《打虎救母》。演出期间，大家可以在台前、幕后就有参观拍照，两侧有字幕可以供大家参考。接下来请大家欣赏。
So the girl side talked about the name of this show, and she also said when the show began, you can see in front, and even you can go behind of it and take a look how it works behind of the curtain. So that's in front of the curtain. Now it will begin. And two sides they have the Chinese for the singing. It's just like opera. The main side, you can go under the back of it. My mother-in-law, please come to my back. I will carry you. So my filial piety, daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law, you don't have to cry. I really thanks for your giving. And this life I cannot, maybe I cannot give you back. The next life I will be your daughter-in-law and take care of you, and you can be my mother-in-law. And the girl side, my mother-in-law. Please don't see that. You don't have to do that. Like you don't have to think like that. I can. It's my duty that I have to do that. So please don't say you will pay back anything. If you do something for me, I cannot really survive in China. Asian times, the Philippines is the number one very important thing in my life. So I just carry my mother-in-law and avoid the troubles. But some people said the tiger is coming, so they feel very scared and shorted. The mountain with the tiger is how can we do? How can we do? I'm my mother-in-law. Please look the other side. The tiger is come down, and I will carry you to the forest, and you can take a break there and waiting for the tiger down. So some other people get shot it. The tiger is come down. The other people will go away. Tiger is coming. And now I will show you the backside. That's a small stone. The want to reuse the stone, kill the tiger, we should put the stone in here. There is another big stone. Okay, we have to leave. The tiger already died. So here, this real puppet, so made by the skull of the animals, mostly with ox and donkey. So they have the sticks that can play it. And if you come to Xi'an, there are some place can help you to make your own shadow puppet by yourself ideas. So that's the card. Okay, we have to go. So the end of the story, the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, they found each other and go back. So that's the story, okay? And now I will show you some other food, like here. Is also the kind of the Chinese hamburger, but this is bread, Chinese flour bread. And it's made by steamed bread with the pork, the pieces of the pork, and also the peppers, mixed with the peppers, carrot, and some beans together. So we call it Baba Laz, spicy 8 delicacies. Sorry. So this is pancake hamburger. This is not the pasta. It's a kind of our noodle made by the buckwheat. We call it 河螺, buckwheat 河螺. And this was made by date. We call it date soup. made by Visite. And this one is a cool noodle, rice skin, the rice skin, 米皮. That's it's just directly translated to see some more food, because this street, this area, this market is quite famous about the food. So now there are lots of food waiting for us. They hope that the people can not only enjoy the food, and they want to keep some of the culture, like shows and painting, and some of the calligraphy. So that's why even here there is a small theater, old open air theater, and the people, they can just sit down here, and then they can listen to the Chinese local dialect rapper. So he plays music instruments by himself and singing by himself, but mostly it's not really a singing. It's kind of like the talking kind of rapper, because he tells the stories by the way like the singing. So the people all sit down here. You can sit free, but also you can order for some of the tea or some food to sit down here. It's just sad. The boys, even you are handsome, if you have no money, no girl will love you. So it's just a joke. It's just kidding. And here, that's a map I showed you before. And the Yongxingfang is just here. That's Yongxingfang here. That's a place where we are now. And you can find the small walls around the living area. And the left side is a government imperial area. And in front here is the emperor's palace. So that's quite near to the center of the government area. And every different living part, we all have the small walls that we have 4 gates, like the huge city wall. In the night, every walls, the gate of the walls will be closed, and the city walls gate also will be closed with a drawbridge lifted up. So that's a protection of the whole city in this time. And now he's singing about one of the old men he loved to drink, and he has one paddle with him always, and he's very lazy. So that's person's story. Okay, now I will show you one of the food you must to try when you come to Xi'an. That's a Chinese famous dumpling banquet. So here, all the food, they are dumpling banquet. So all the dumplings, and you can find the dumplings with the pink color is a small pig, and this green color is a vegetable, and this is the octopus with white, a little bit pink color. And also the cabbage and the duck. The duck also is a duck meat inside. And this one, see, roaster and the green color. And here the rabbit. And this all the dumpling. Walnut is not real walnut. It's a dumpling. It's made by the wheat flour. I should tell you. So here, some of them was steamed, so they have these containers, and some bread. They have different cooking way. So the different cooking way, different kind, different color. That's why we call it dumpling banquet. And it was started in the Tang Dynasty. The dumpling banquet was almost 108 different kinds. Our chefs, our cookers said anything you can imagine in the world can be eaten. I can make them to be the dumpling. So maybe you can try what kind of dumplings you cannot find here. And now I will show you some other food. This is steaming. And here there is a very special food. Do you know what's that? They made this a brush, but this is a real brush. Here, this small one, not the real brush. That's a dessert. Can you imagine it? That's a dessert. And this dessert with very funny utensil container. The container of the dessert is full brush stick. But here, the one here can be eaten. So this one, the small side here can be eaten. That's a little bit sweet. And you can find they just sell it, and the person make the sauce on it. That's a rib sauce and with honey, fruit or flower sauce with honey, and then they can eat it. They can eat it. Okay? It made the people can eat the brush. So that's what we call the Mao Bi Su, the brush dessert. Sweet. Taste is good. If you don't like too sweet, you can choose them no honey. There will be no too sweet. And this is a kind of we call the Jing Gao. The characters is here. Jing Gao. Jing is a kind of utensil. And here, these two, Xi'an, that's our city's name. Xi'an, Jing Gao. And the Jing is kind of utensil to cooking it. Gao means the cake made by the rice or wheat flour. So this is kind of Jing Gao. And you can find that the white one, of course, is a rice, steamed rice. But the black one for you is black one. For me is black red. That's the date. That's a date. So when they make this kind of cake, they cover the rice first with, of course, with water, and the date covers, and then rice and date, and then steam it. Finally, they got this. We call it Jing Gao here. This very good breakfast. It's very good breakfast. But also some people they love to eat like the lunch or dinner because it's anytime is okay because it's a kind of dessert. But mostly for the local peoples, we love to eat it in the morning to be the breakfast. And it's quite famous by one of the Chinese movie. So even they can carry by this package. They can carry by this package. You can easily take back and steam it, and you can eat it cold, or you can make it warm. So this is a movie with the name is 那年花开月正圆. That year the flowers were bloom very beautiful, and the moon is round. Actually, talked about one of very successful lady business person. Is a business lady. She after the husband died, made herself to be the very successful business lady. In China, is a real lady, and she loved to eat the Jingao. So in that movie, they said, "I never buy this kind of so big Jingao," and he really loved it. That's why this food quite famous. And some of the food in China famous just because the superstar in the movie, they love to eat it. And here they sell the different kind of the candy. Even they made the candy. They make the candy by the utensils and the platform here. And mostly they use different kind of the nuts to make it. Like the people just making. Oh, that's peanuts. Peanuts with 6.
刘老师没声音了，画面也卡住了。
现在好了吗？
现在有声音了，但是好了，画面也出来了。
对，因为这个地方它有的时候会有一个信号干扰，就在这个地方。现在没问题了，你看一下吧。
现在没问题。
好的。So now you can find the people how to make the peanut candy with cinnamon. And they need to mash it many times and make it harder. So that's a traditional way, and the people sell after a long time mash. They can get finally this candy here. They sell, and here is very good that you can find the makes more seasoning inside. And it's very good that if you don't know what kind of taste and cannot make sure what kind of food candy you want to buy, you can try it. Like here, they have peanut one, they have the sunflower seeds one, and the different honey, and also they have the different kind of the cooking method, make it more soft. And also they have the black rice, and the walnut one. They have walnut one also. And also they have the like this one is a hot one. It's a pepper, pepper with peanut and with cinnamon candy. And then there is another one, very interesting. I will show you what's that. So it's a kind of the small balls, very cute. It's very small, very small. Because of the sunshine, they have the waters above it. There's a different taste, like a sweet, like a sour, like a salt, like a pepper, and they call it 五福临门. So 五, 5. So it's 5 here. 福 means happy, and 临门 means come to your home. So 5 happiness things come to your home. They have very lucky meaning, and that's a price of 五福临门 set is 18 for 5 of them. Chinese RMB, of course. So what kind of food here? I will show you. That's here. So please take a look of this. Can you image and guess what's that? I once asked some people. They said it's just like cheese, like something especially. But actually, some people can really got it. That's a potato. That's a potato. And the potato was steamed and then mashed long times later and turned to be this kind of thing. We call it 糍粑. That's the name of it. Just like the potato flake. Yeah. And also, if you want to drink something, you don't have to drink the just the Coke or some of the we think is not very healthy juice, and we have some very healthy juice. 你说你的没事。So here they have the very healthy juice we call is a pear with a date, and they have small dates. They have the white ear, 银耳, and the 枸杞, very small one, and they have the pear. and sometimes they have the orange skin. So that's a very healthy drinking. And then the Chinese doctor side is very good for your throat. And here, beside of it, that's a kind of the juice very good for the lady's skin. That's a flower. It's a rose flower drink. So they sell like this, and you can buy and directly eat here with some of the food. And here, this one in the daytime it looks very clearly. That's a rose flower, and it looks like a cake. But actually, when I put here, can you see that clearly? That's a lotus root. Lotus root, 莲菜莲藕. So the holes inside, and the holes actually covered by something. Yes, that's a honey rice. Honey rice covers the hole, and then it's a little bit sweet, but not very sweet, but tastes very good. We call it 糯米藕, rice lotus root. And here, there are some of the very famous food, always with lots of people waiting online, like this one, barbecue. We have very good barbecue here, and this barbecue is very famous lamb in China, named Hengshan lamb. You can find the purpose here, Hengshan. Hengshan is a area in the north of Shanxi province. And there the sand and clay and water is with lots of minerals inside. So the goats and sheep living there, this side is they have very good environment for their living, for meat. So the lamb from the Hengshan is quite nice. So the person is cooking the barbecue by the modern machine. And now they cannot use no more original stove because it's not allowed to use a coal. So it's quite big, right? It's quite big. Yeah, that's a lamp. And you can tell them you want pepper or no pepper. So here you can clearly to see the pear inside. Pear after steam, after the honey is very good for your throat. And here we call this the noodle, but made by the green bean noodle. We call it 绿豆凉粉. It's like jelly, like the jelly. The taste is like the jelly. And here there is another noodle. It looks very white and very beautiful, very huge. This kind of noodle also made by potato. It's a potato noodle. But because it's very wild, so it was named the wild potato noodle. That's the name of it. And here the people also sell the hamburger, but this hamburger is another taste. They joined with some of the vegetables like a potato, the pieces potato, and the pork, of course. And their pancake, not steamed one, it's fried one. It's fried one. So that's a garlic. The ladies make the garlic. So we have the garlic inside us. Here, there are lots of people just waiting online for a very famous food. They call it as a 煎饼. I can help you to take a look. It's made by the sweet flowers too, but some of the meat and vegetable inside. 不好意思，谢谢。So you can take a look. That the lady she made. It looks like the paper, but it's not a paper. It's made by the wheat flour, and this is meat sauce, and this fried potato sauce, and sometimes they have egg sauce also. So that's the very famous food here, very popular food. And also we have sauce, some pepper and sour soybean sauce together, mixed together. And here there is a bed, a huge bed. It's a stove. It's a stove. And the city is also the North Shanxi province thing. It's different from the other part. We call it Xinjianyou. It's a kind of a folk song. And here, like the fire, it's a stove. It's the pot cooking. And then inside of the bed, inside of the spine, we have the fire pipes. That is a hot temperature air can go around the bed underneath. So the whole bed will be very warm in the winter, in the night. And the people, they have the tables on it and the lamp and the pillows. That their whole life in the winter will be on the bed because it's too cold outside. In this area, north of Shanxi province, is pretty cold. It's more closer to the desert. So so the temperature sometimes will be minus 15, minus 20 Celsius degree. So it's really very cold with snows, and then they need the warm bed that they can keep themselves. And no heating system in that area. The bed is their heating system. So that's their heating system. So that's north of Shanxi province. And now this last part of this market, the food market, it's a kind of the place that most things here can be carried back, not directly eat, like this one. This one is also online popular sport. So we call it Ma Hua. You can find the people studying. The painting looks very happy and peaceful face. Remember what kind of dynasty they are? Tang, T-A-N-G, Tang dynasty. So here the people making the Ma Hua. Ma Hua is a kind of the wheat flour food, and it's very good for the snacks. It's our snacks, and it is made by this wheat flour, and then they fried it. So the taste like chips, but it's the wheat flour chips. And the price here, like the normal price. Normal price means the original wheat taste, and then they have the salt, and they have sweet one. So the price is different if there are some of the sauce inside or no sauce inside. So that's the people how they make it. And this kind of food can really keep a pretty long time. That's why the people love it. You can keep it in the home because it was bread, so it can keep at least 1 week in the home. That's why the people love to buy it. It's like snacks when they watching the movie or something. They can eat it. And here in this room, they have lots of different kind of groups, the agriculture groups, and even some of them I cannot really 原味, yeah, and even some of them I cannot really tell you what's that. I know some of them, like this one is soybean, and this one is black sesame, and then this one is yellow millet, and this one is black millet, and some others. Yeah, it's okay. Red bean, and black bean. So here they sell, and you can make porridge. That's used to make the porridge. It's good for the health. And actually, this store, especially to make the oil, the plant oil, by the traditional way. So they have the way to tell the person how to make the oil in ancient time, because it's the flower oil or the seeds oil, like the sesame oil. And ancient time before we have the electric, so the people make the lights by the plant oil. So that's the pot, we call the oil pot. They keep the oil jar to keep the plant oil inside. And in the rich families, they have the lamp like this. But in the poor family, even they have no money to buy the lamp. They use just a ball and the plant oil inside with a rope, and then give the fire, a little bit of fire that in the night can give a lights to them. And for some of the rich families, they can got this kind of the lamp and the iron lamp, and some even they have the glass lamp that they can carry to when they walk outside in the night, it can be used. And this sesame and sesame oil here. And here there is a Chinese computer, yes. And this is a Chinese computer, very old one. Even when I was young in the school, I have to learn it. How to use it, you can find it here. There is a color different from each other, so it's a point, like 1.1. So 1 is 1. When you got 4, you have to get 1 down. It means 5. And when you got 9, you can go further to another one. So it's 1, 10, and 100. So that's how they count it. So that's a Chinese idea about the 算盘, that's the name. And this utensil, they mashed the plant and got the oil from this utensil. You can find it's pretty huge. And then there is a well, it's a dry well to make the plant oil finally. So it's fewer and fewer by a kind of the traditional stores to make the oil. But by the way, the traditional method to make the plant oil with lots of smoke, So now fewer and fewer people love to use it. They love to use the bean oil. It's much better than the flower or plant oil. Okay, let's go and take a look at other things. So here, this is one of the very typical North Shanxi province restaurant. We call it Shanbei. And Shanbei is a place on the high plateau. They call it lowest high plateau. And over there, the whole mountain is a clay mountain, yellow clay mountain. And there is no stone on the yellow clay mountain. So the people, they love to living inside of the cave. The cave building is very popular there because it's cave building. So even now, when they have the technology to build the modern type buildings, they still love to use the cave style like this. And even the roof, you can find the roof also is a half round. So it's just like the cave, still like the cave. If you go over there to the north of the Shanxi province, that's our province, of course, and Xi'an is in the center of Shanxi province. So if you go there to the north of Shanxi province, you can still find some people living in the cave building. But the cave building in there is very warm in the winter and very cold in the summertime because that area is very hot in the summer and very cold in the winter. I told you before how cold of the winter. And the summer times they have the rainstorm and the temperature sometimes will be 40 something, also very hot. So they make the another, it's a kind of the cake, like the walnut cake we saw before, but it's a different kind. They call it the Yongxingfang. It's made by the plant oil with the sesame, with some of the sugar and some salt. The sugar and salt is different. One is sweet, one is salt. So it's two different kind of the taste cake. And some people will ask, I saw there were more things made by the wheat flour. why does the people in Shanxi province only love the noodles, only love the flour wheat? I should tell you, yes, because our city is our province is the north of the China, and the north of China means dry and hot in summer and cold in the winter. So we cannot plant the rice well because no water. The best food here is wheat. We plant the wheat every year. We have the agriculture with the wheat, with the cotton, with the corn. So that's our groups in our province, and it's also the reason the people here they love the noodle, and they created lots of different kind of methods to make the wheat flours. And also the wheat here is very good because they stay in the farmland pretty long time, over than half a year. They will be planted in October, and then the next year in June it will have harvest. So that's why when the people want to eat the good noodle, they always come here. They always come.
来明星凉皮，来麻花哥，来上一份明星凉皮。
拉手手牵口口，他们两个老走。
They just singing the folk song. And here there is another store. Very worth it to take a look. That's especially to sell the pepper. That's all the pepper. And in Xi'an, we love to eat the hot food, but our heart is not very hot or not very strong pepper. It's very taste, smell, and all very good, and a little bit hot. So that's what we want. Good taste and hot. So here the people can use the bread. This bread, the wheat flour bread, and try the different kind of the pepper sauce and make sure which one you like best, and you can carry them back. So this red pepper oil, they mix with pepper powder with the salt, with some of the sauce together, and then the plant oil. Hot plant oil, put on it lots, and also this directly the 辣子面, so it's a pepper powder, and this 辣子酱, this pepper sauce, and this 辣子豆瓣酱. So they have the bean and pepper mixed together, and this green pepper, this green pepper, 绿辣子. So here also the people show how they make the pepper powder. You can find this millstone, and then they just turn around and make the peppers. What is the peppers? See here, red pepper. That's a red pepper. That's a red pepper. They make the red peppers above the millstone, and then they make the pepper powders by this way. So when the people, they are not so strong, they can use a donkey. So that's a donkey. The donkey help the person. That's a very traditional way. And even they have the man-made one. The person also can mash the peppers by this utensil. So you can find this lady. This is one of superstar. They have some of the TV show here. So the lady, Honey, her necklace is the peppers, and she makes the pepper powders by herself. So this race, all the girls here, they just making the powders, and then they got the number one, the champion, who was the first one, the best one, make more peppers in several times. So that's the peppers, and this one is also very cute. That's a 石子馍. What is 石子馍? 石子馍 means stone cake. Stone cake. You can find here. There are some of the black stones. That's black stones when they cook it, they use the stones. So you can find the people there. Inside of his pot, that's all the stones. The small one, that's all stones, and they make them to be very hot temperature. And then the lady here, she makes the wheat flour cake, but not done. And then after the temperature of the stone enough, they will put that cake above the stone, and then they will make the cake like this. So you can find the holes. That's also stone shapes, and you can carry. And also they mix with different vegetables and peppers inside, so the taste also different. They have a sweet one, salt one, and sometimes they have a soybean one. But this soybean, sweet soybean, it's we call it 豆沙, 豆沙, sweet soybean. It's sweet, like the dessert. And then here, they make the 腐竹. 腐竹 is a kind. You can think it's like the skin of the tofu. You can think 没关系, it's like the skin of the tofu. And this kind of thing, when we buy it and carry back home, we can just use some of the warm water, let it to be soft, and then cooking, mix with cabbage, with tofu. The taste will be very nice. The color different because the bean different. They use a black bean and soy sauce bean, so the color different. That's how they make it. That's method how they make it. And there's still something more to say, but our time is not too enough. I will show you something I think very important here. And the corner here for the feng shui culture, they have the Chinese zodiac. Do you remember I talked about the zodiac before? The Chinese people use the zodiac to point the year, and also they use the zodiac for the time. Every day we have 12 zodiac time. From the 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. is the right time. So that's right, is the first time. And the second one from 3 to 5. From 1 to 3, that's ox time. That's the year, this year ox. And then the tiger time, 3 to 5. And this rabbit time from 5 to 7. So every 2 hours is one of the emperor, one of the animal changed. So dragon, snake, and this one is horse. This one is a goat, and that one is a monkey, and this one is a rooster, and this one is dog, and last one is a pig. So there's a turning of the Chinese zodiac. If you are interested, you can remember it. And every people in China, we have our zodiac. Like me, I'm a tiger. So the Chinese people will tell you, if you are a tiger, you must have very strong spirits, and you want to be successful, and some of the ideas. For a lady, if you're a tiger, please be more patient for your life, and not too rush. So they will give you some suggestion for the zodiac. So here also some small stores, they sell some of the snacks, and the people can carry with them and eat them. So
又卡住了，刘老师卡住了，没有声音，画面也卡住了。刘老师，请大家稍等一下。Une seconde, merci de patienter. Apparemment, le réseau ne passe pas bien dans ce quartier, ici.
I will leave him.
好了，又听到了。
因为他那个地方人太多了，信号就会被分流，就不太好了。现在可以吗？
对，现在好了。
我离开那个比较挤的地方。I leave that very narrow and very busy area, and the signal will be better. Will be better. 这边就好一点吧。
对，现在好多了。
OK， 好的，你要不然稍等一下，我换一个那个信号吧。稍等1秒钟。
好的。Une seconde, elle est en train de changer de réseau. Elle va passer à un autre opérateur pour avoir une meilleure réception de données. Voilà.
So this noodle is also quite famous noodle. We call it the Jianshui noodle. So you can find the noodle, they have two bowls. One bowl with a piece of the noodle, another with a sauce. So if you come to this restaurant, please don't order how many bowls you want. You cannot tell them how many bowls I want. You should tell them how many pieces noodles I want. For the normal men, like stronger men, 2 is enough. 2 pieces is enough. And for the ladies, 1, sometimes even more. And then when you eat it, you should take the noodles inside of this sauce and eat it. And when we come inside, you can find a very beautiful, we call it bread flour. We call it a 花馍, the flour cake. Flour pancake 花馍. So it's all made by the wheat flour. That's a very longevity one. You can find the old man with the very huge head, and inside of his hand with a peach, and also with a crown, with a beard. It's all the longevity materials. And here with the peach characters show longevity, and also the peach all made by the flour, and this walnut inside, and the pomegranate is not real. It's not real. This all also made by the wheat flour. So this is very popular in the Chinese Lunar Year. And you can find the people how to eat the noodles. Okay. So that's a really ball. You can find out how big. It's really, really big. The really ball of the noodle. And I told you before, I will show you a character which is very popular. But before that, take a look of this another pretty famous chicken in Xi'an. We call it Xi'an gourd chicken or Xi'an calabash chicken. So this is calabash or gourd, and the utensil of the chicken is inside of the calabash. 葫芦鸡, 葫芦 calabash gourd. Some people call it gourd. This Islam food. Also, Xi'an with lots of I told you before, Xi'an with lots of minority groups. Islam people, 1/10 of our population. So here they make the beef fried cake. We call it 牛肉饼, beef cake. And here, this one named the you gao. You can think is the plantain oil cake, but inside with sugar, honey, sesame. So after the high temperature of the oil, it's very, I have very strong smell now of the oil, the smoke of the oil. And inside it's very sweet, like the sweet honey juice. So outside is taste like the fried, but inside is like the honey juice. So it's very special. And here they sell the biang biang noodle. That's very famous noodle. Biang biang. This character in China only here, only in Xi'an, and only this city we have the biang biang noodle. And these characters only for us, only for this noodle. There's no any other area use this character biang. Biang only means this noodle. I will show you what is biang noodle. Biang noodle, this is also another name is belt noodle. How long and how big of your belt, how big of this noodle. So come here, this is a huge bowl of the sauce, and they have different kind of like salt, like soybean sauce, and the pepper sauce, and this pork sauce, this potato and egg sauce, and the green onion, and that's the noodles here. And the people just mix the noodles by the huge pot, and the bowl is also very huge. So that's very famous biang noodle. When they made it, they make very big sounds, and also when they eat it, because the noodle is tasted very tightly, so it's also some sounds like a biang. So that's why it was named biang noodle. Biang noodle, some people said is the best noodle in Xi'an. So something you can never miss. Like first one is the dumpling pancake, and the second one biang noodle. And this is one of the old theater, and this theater is for our Qin opera, for Qin opera. Now there is no show now, so also today we have no enough time to see that. It's just like the Italian opera. It's very difficult to understand it, but it's a kind of the culture. Okay, let me see the time. Oh, it's almost time. I still need a few more minutes, 5 minutes, to bring you to take a look of the souvenir street. So there is not only the food street, also we have some souvenirs to sell here. There are three streets, especially to sell the different kind of for crafts, like the finds with the tongue lady, and we have the Chinese perfume. That's Chinese herbs perfume that you can harness on your body and make you always very smell good. It's not a real person. Some people when they see that, they said, "Why you let a young boy to make so hard job? It's not real. That's a Robert. He is a Robert." Can you imagine that's a Robert? It looks like a real guy, but no, it's not a real guy. It's just a Robert. He mashed the herbs. Yeah. A Robert 是一个机器人啊 ，Robert 机器人 sell the fines and the drums and shadow puppet and when you come here, if you want some of the like the normal drinking, we also have Starbucks. We have tea house for sell the tea and also the souvenirs here with some of hairpin. And if you want to dressing like the old Chinese people to show you love the Chinese culture, you can rent the dressing here. That here they can help you to make up, even with the hairpins and the dressings of different dynasties, different colors that can help you to really touch and really get in of this culture of this area. Okay, I think that's all for our online tour today of the Yongxingfang market. And I hope that I can give you some of the help when you come to Xi'an City, and you will know where you love it. And we will finish by the last show. It's a kind of the wooden puppet show. I can't see that. I'm not sure. Can you see that? It's just down here. Yeah. Here. The lady just hold the wooden puppet, and there is a singing, and the story's name is a seller, the street seller, and it's a kind of the job in old time. They just sell the things on the street, and they hold the containers. Yeah. Okay, so by this show, let's finish our online tour today. Hope you can come to Xi'an and visit here and got your favorite food. Thank you.
谢谢刘老师 ，Merci
Thank you. Bye
beaucoup.
bye. Bye bye.
Rendez-vous demain matin à 9h30 pour la visite du musée d'histoire du Shanxi, un des plus riches musées en Chine. Et n'oubliez pas votre cours de chinois cet après-midi. 谢谢大家，谢谢刘老师，再见。
谢谢您，辛苦啦。拜拜。